guys, it's day 13 and my 14 days of quarantine is coming to an end, but it's not tomorrow that I'm going to check out. It's the day after. It's on my 15th day that I'm going to check out, because actually I arrived here on the 25th afternoon. So somehow the hotel told me my checkout will be on the 8th. So I don't know if it's morning or afternoon. They told me they will let me know one day in advance. So most probably by tomorrow I would know. Anyway, the last few days I could not make any videos because I was a bit busy, and this video is about what happened yesterday. I did my PCR test, also known as the swab test. Here in Singapore they call it the swab test. So let's get into it.
So on the 9th day, the hotel called me and told me that my swab test is going to be on the 5th of January. And I think on the same day itself that I got an SMS from HPB, Health Promotion Board, saying confirming that it will be on the 9th and the location will be in the hotel and the time will be at 9:30. And there was also a link to take note of this notice. It's about that I need to commit to this swab test, and if I fail to do so, what's the consequences to take note. And so I'll be jailed for like 6 months, and I need to pay a fine of $10,000. And for children under 12 and below, they don't need to do the swab test. So on the 10th day, I got a call from immigration asking me that if I made a payment for the swab test. So I said no, I didn't know. I've not, and they sent me a link to make the payment, so I will include all the links in the description. And I went online and make the payment. So the payment can only be done online. That's the thing to take note. So on the 11th day, just the day before my swab test, I again received the same SMS from the Health Promotion Board asking me to check on the link that my test is scheduled on this date and location is at the hotel, and asking me to check on the link that I need to submit to the test, and if I do not, what's the consequences. So what happened was, on the day itself, the hotel called me like 10 minutes before my appointment and asked me to come down via the lift and asked me to wear a mask, and don't forget to bring your NRIC and your passport. I think for foreigners they also check for the passport, but I think for locals and Singaporeans, local PRs and Singaporeans, I think they do not check. So I went down, and at level 2 it's the reception, so the right side was kind of barricaded. So I moved to the left, and there was someone taking down the temperatures. So she asked me what's my room number, and I think she also asked my full name and NRIC and the date of birth. So I moved into the room, and the room there was like a white tape on the floor, so I had to move behind the line, and they asked me to verify my NRIC and full name. So I need to take out my NRIC and show them, but like stand behind the line and show the back of it to scan the barcode, and after that show the front, and ask me to tell my full name and my NRIC number, my date of birth. Then after that they asked me some questions like, have you had any fever, cough, sore throat, things like that, and have you had any nosebleed, have you done any surgery, like nose surgery, throat surgery, things like that, and have you had any cancer like lung cancer, throat cancer, things like that. Then I moved on to the next stage, where the floor was like covered in polythene, and so they asked me to wait a while until they disinfect the place and sanitize themselves. I think for like every single person who goes inside, after every single person they will sanitize and disinfect the area. So they asked me the same questions again, my IC number and my full name and everything, things like that. And have you had any cancer? Do you have any cancer? Have you done any surgery? Do you have a nose bleeding? Do you have fever, sore throat, coughs, things like that? Then asked me again, is this the first time you're doing? Yes, I said it's the first time. So asked me to sit down and explained me the process. So what happened was that they told me, okay, we are going to put the swab inside the nose, each nostril, 10 seconds on each nostril, and I was asked to breathe out through the mouth, but my mask was somewhere down here. Do not pull it all the way down, just bring out, just to cover the mouth only, and so that they can see the nose and put in the swab. So initially it was a bit painful. They put the swab inside my left nostril, so and they asked me to breathe out. That's like when I was breathing out, it was getting much easier. So initially it was because I was like, and so you need to breathe out like, then it gets much easier. So on the right side it was much easier. Initially I was like, and they hold my back of the head like that, and I think it was really helpful to ease out the pain. Initially, like for the first 2-3 seconds it was painful, like, and there's a few tears coming out but then after that it was easy. So actually the whole process was like maybe 3 minutes maximum. Yeah, and the actual swab test is like 20 seconds, 10 seconds on each nostril. They didn't put in the mouth. I think there are several ways of doing the test. Maybe I include something in the link regarding the various ways of doing the test, but I think now the standard way of doing the test is taking the swab, putting the swab inside the nostrils. Yeah, that's about it. And so within like 3 minutes maximum, the whole process was like 3 minutes. The swab test itself was like 20 seconds, maybe 30 seconds, I don't know. So it was very fast and very efficient. So and I asked them when I can get the results. They told me like 2-3 days. I don't think they tell you the exact date, but I expect that I will get the results much earlier, probably by today or tomorrow, before I check out of the hotel. So I think that's about it. See you on the next video.